Hi, everybody. We are now on iReady Writing Lesson 4, Step 7. This is the revised second read. Now, I want to remind you guys, just like the way you read the mentor text and the source text as readers and writers, we're going to be doing the same thing with your own writing. We're going to be reading it and revising it more than once. Okay, we've already revised it once, and now we're going to continue to revise it. So today we're going to do just that, and we're going to look at part of the mentor text, and we're going to explore how the writer uses linking words, phrases, and clauses to connect his ideas. And hopefully, we will be able to get again, we're stealing ideas from our mentor writers. And in this case, it's Philip Yee. And he wrote about the story. It's the true story of the Three Little Pigs. Okay, at the top of this page, we are on page 116, as I'm sure you guys are already there, and you have your book open, and you're ready to go ahead and do this with me. So in this step, we're reading, you're going to look for ways to connect important ideas and make your essay flow smoothly. One way to do this is by using linking words, phrases, and clauses. This is we've done this almost with every bit of writing that we've done so far, and this particular writing to analyze the literature is no different. Okay, we're gonna look for linking words, phrases, and clauses to improve our writing. Down below that, it says the chart below shows some examples you can use when writing a literary analysis essay. And of course, linking words, phrases, and clauses. And then below that, it says show contrast, show elaboration, show emphasis, show cause and effect. Look at where it says show contrast. Contrast means something that is opposite. It is different, okay? And when you compare and contrast, comparing means you're finding similarities, things that are the same, they're similar. And when you contrast, you find things that are different, okay? They're opposite. So when it says show contrast, and when you're talking about two different ideas, you could say in contrast, and that could you like for instance, this weekend was very cold and snowy. In contrast, the past couple days have been pretty warm and sunny. See how they're two different things and they're separate? All right. And you can also use the word despite. All right. Now, go over to show elaboration. Show elaboration. Elaboration means to give more details. All right, to expand upon what you've already written. And for these particular, these are phrases. For instance, and in addition. So if you can incorporate these words and these phrases and these clauses into your writing, it will definitely improve your writing. Moving on to show emphasis. Emphasis means you're going to show that something's important. You're going to emphasize this, okay? So you would say, especially, okay, I know you guys know that, and it is important to note, all right? And if you want to show cause and effect, you say, as a result, and you would say, therefore, all right? Keep those in mind because we're going to use those in these in the next this page and the next one. All right. So I do want to listen below that box. It says, and this is I like this. This is very important. It says, as you revise your essay for language, which is what we're doing now, ask yourself, can a reader follow each of my ideas from one to the next? Can I add a word, phrase, or clause to show the connection? That's what this revision's all about, all right? But we're going to go ahead, we're going to look and see what Philip Yee did. And it says, read the following excerpt from The Wolf's Side of the Story. Note how Philip Yee used linking words, phrases, and clauses to connect ideas. Then complete the activities. We're just going to go ahead and do that, all right? So please follow along with me. And if you do, and you'll probably get the right answers. Wonder how. All right. The mentor text. The original story of the Three Little Pigs is told by a narrator who describes the wolf as a big bad animal. The pigs, on the other hand, are portrayed as innocent victims of a wolf who wants to blow their houses down and eat them for lunch. But in the true story of the Three Little Pigs, it's the wolf's turn to tell the story, and he clearly states his point of view. For instance, right at the beginning, he says, I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. This sentence sets up the rest of the story in which we see all of the events from the wolf's point of view now. Okay? Now, number one. Number one says, why does Philip use the underlined linking phrase? Well, let's look at this. The underlined linking phrase, what does it say there? On the other hand? Now, when you use on the other hand, remember when we look up here, okay, it's actually not up there, but if you think about this, the pigs, on the other hand, are portrayed as innocent victims of a wolf who wants to blow their houses down and eat them for lunch. All right? So, really that's a difference, all right? It's showing a contrast between the way the wolf is described and the way the pigs are described in the original story. Okay? You guys can use that and put it in your own words in any way you want, or use mine. But that's the answer for that one, okay? Number two says, what linking word or phrase could Philip have used instead of the underlined word but? Okay, what linking word or phrase could Philip have used instead of that word but? Now I want you to suggest a replacement below here. All right. So, we're talking about the pigs. They're innocent victims of the wolf who wants to blow their house down and eat them. But in the true story of the Three Little Pigs, it's the wolf that's the good guy, and it's the pigs that have it all wrong. So, again, it's showing a difference, all right? One point of view is completely different than the other point of view. That would show contrast, right? That's the difference. All right. So what could we put there instead of but? Looking up here, if we put show contrast, if we want to show a contrast, then we could put in the phrase in contrast. Let's try that. In contrast, comma, in the true story of the Three Little Pigs, it's the wolf's turn to tell the story, and he clearly states his point of view. I like it. I think that works very well, and I think you should probably like it too. Write it down. Okay. Now, number 3. Of course, you guys pause when you need to. Do what you have to do. Then hit play again. Now we're on number 3. Hi. Draw a box around the linking phrase that shows Philip Yee, our writer, a linking phrase that shows Philip is adding information about the wolf's point of view. Now, if you want to add information, you want to add more detail, so you're going to show elaboration, right? Looking up at the box up there, if we want to show elaboration, we would use the phrases, for instance, or we would use in addition. Can you find either one of those phrases in the writing and the mentor text in here? If you can, please find them and draw a box around it or them. Thank you very much. Now, we are moving on to page 117, so everyone doesn't really need to flip the page, just look a little bit to the right. Move your right hand out of the way. Read the following paragraph from an early draft of the mentor text, then use the hints to complete the activities that follow. Always use the hints, man. Okay. The mentor text says, please follow along with me. The wolf sees himself as kind. He shares information that readers didn't get in the original story. When we first meet him, the wolf is making a birthday cake for his dear old granny. This makes the wolf seem thoughtful and caring, not big and bad. Okay. And it looks like there's an underlined sentence in there, but we'll go to number 4. What does it say at number 4? Philip wants to show a contrast or a difference between how the wolf sees himself and how he is portrayed in the original story of the Three Little Pigs. So, which of the following sentences expresses that idea most clearly? Please circle the correct answer A, B, C, or D. The hint says use the chart on the other page over there, page 116, to guide you. Philip wants to show a contrast between how the wolf sees himself, this is number 4, and how he is portrayed in the original story, The Three Little Pigs. Which of the following sentences expresses that idea most clearly? Okay. Now, which one do you think? We want to show a contrast, but we need to look at page 116, the chart over there. Which one? It says show contrast, so it would say in contrast or despite. So, which one of those has either one of those at the beginning of the sentence? It's A. Despite the way he has been portrayed, the wolf sees himself as kind. Oh, I gave you the answer. Looks like number 5 you might have to do on your own. Oh. Philip wants to connect the underlined sentence to the sentence before it. We'll read those here in a second. Which phrase would best show the connection between these two sentences? Circle the correct answer, A, B, C, or D. The hint says, how are the ideas in the two sentences related? How are they related? Do they show contrast? Do they show elaboration? Do they add more detail? Do they show emphasis? Do they show cause and effect? Let's figure it out. We're going to read the sentence before the underlined sentences. He shares information that readers didn't get in the original story. When we first meet him, the wolf is making a birthday cake for his dear old granny. Is it showing contrast? Is it adding more detail? Which would be in addition. Is it showing, let's see, as a result? Is it showing cause and effect? Or is it showing elaboration? What did I say here? In addition. Yeah, okay. Which one of those 3 options is it? Which ones? So once you figure out how those two sentences are related, then you got to figure out which one of those phrases or clauses or words, actually these are all phrases, which one of those is going to work best to connect those two sentences. I'm going to let you guys figure it out. All right. Yes. Don't forget to use that literary analysis writing checklist that was passed out by me, or hopefully, actually, I think by Delaney. Anyhow, use those. That's very important for you guys to use those, all right? I'm not going to collect those. Those are for you to make your own writing the best it could possibly be. And the goal for you guys is to get all 4s on that rubric, right? We don't want any 3s, 2s, or 1s. All 4s. Good luck with you guys. If you have any questions, please message me or just go ahead and say, hey, Mr. Spader, I need some help. Okay? And I'll wheel my chair over.